You have two job offers. One is for a regular old office job where you'll be working your fingers to the bone for 40 hours a week. And the other is for a janitor position where you'll be working 10 to 20 hours a week, have weekends off and get paid the same amount. Which one would you pick? If you picked the janitor position, you're smarter than most people. In this video, we'll show you why. In 1986, an individual who wanted to remain anonymous purchased a brand new 300-acre campground in North Carolina for $4.2 million. He spent the next 4 years improving the campground, investing over $2 million into it. In 1990, he put the campground up for sale for $6.5 million. But since nobody was willing to buy the campground for that price, he decided to lease it out for $45,000 a year. By this time, our unnamed millionaire had spent $2.5 million on a property that was only making him $45,000 a year. He needed to get some money back. And since selling or leasing the property wasn't an option, he decided to do something else. He listed the property on the local newspaper as a campground for rent. And this time he didn't charge $45,000. He charged $250. It might not sound like much, but if you think about it, it makes sense. How many people would be willing to pay $45,000 a year to camp out in the woods? Not many, especially when you could just pay $250 and stay in the exact same spot. It was a no-brainer. Soon enough, the millionaire was making 6 figures a year from all of his new campers. But there was a problem. You see, most people don't have millions of dollars lying around. So they couldn't just copy the millionaire's strategy. Sure, they could sell their house and use the equity to buy a campground, but most people don't have that kind of money in their house. And even if they did, they probably wouldn't want to live in a tent while they waited for the campground to make them a profit. But here's the thing. While our unnamed millionaire was driving around the campground one day, he saw something that made him stop in his tracks. There were tents everywhere. But one particular tent caught his eye. It was unlike any other tent he'd ever seen before. It was bigger, brighter, and more colorful than the rest. And when he walked up to it, he noticed something else. On the outside of the tent was a handwritten sign that read, "Do not disturb, janitor at work." He followed the trail to the source, and what he saw made him smile. There was a man in his 70s mopping the ground outside the tent. Our millionaire approached the man and introduced himself. He asked the man what he was doing, and the man replied, "I'm the janitor, sir. I take care of this campground." The millionaire asked, "Take care of it? How do you take care of a campground?" The janitor stopped mopping and looked at him. "I clean the bathrooms, collect the trash, fix the broken tables and chairs, make sure everything is in order. That's how." The millionaire thought about it. It was true. The campground was cleaner than he'd ever seen it. All the tables and chairs were in perfect condition. The grass was mowed and there wasn't a piece of trash anywhere. "How long have you been working here?" he asked. The janitor thought for a moment. "About 3 months," he said. "And do you enjoy your job?" the millionaire asked. "Of course I do," the janitor replied. "I love being outdoors and I love keeping things clean and organized. It's fun for me." The millionaire was stunned. This was exactly the type of work he'd been doing for the past 10 years, but he'd never thought of it as a job. He'd always thought of it as a hobby. And now he realized he'd been paying someone to do his hobby for less than $250 a month. From that day on, the millionaire made sure to take care of the janitor. He gave him a raise, paid for his retirement, and even set up a trust fund for him so he could keep working as long or as little as he wanted to. And all because he chose to see the value in a simple job. Moral of the story: sometimes the most valuable jobs are the simplest ones. Don't be afraid to start small and work your way up. And always remember to appreciate the people who make your life easier, because they might be worth more than you think.